Hey, what's up, y'all? Keem Stream One here. So this is gonna be my very first video that I upload on this channel per se. I do share a channel with my a couple of friends of mine, a few friends of mine actually. We just have like open discussion, debates, and things about that on that channel. It's called Truths Out of Context. I'll try to put something about that in the description below. And but this channel here is gonna it's called Keem Stream One, and this channel is going to be based upon just like comic book discussions and like entertainment and movies and things like that. So I really I guess you could say I'm a true nerd. So yeah, so this is going to be like just open discussions about things like that. So in particular, today's topic is going to be about Ben Affleck's Batman in the DCEU, whether I think he's going to stay or not, and plus like possible storylines, that they could do for this character, And so yeah, let's get right into it. First off, I just want to say Ben Affleck, I like him as an actor. So hopefully I would love for him to stay as Batman. I me personally, I could be very wrong about this. I don't know anything. I don't have any type of special sources or anything like that. This is just me and my opinion based off of what I've heard from breaking news sites and things like that. Sources. I for one think he's gonna stay. I think he's gonna stay only because as of now, all the rumors came out, but he hasn't left yet. It's kind of like if you're gonna leave, why not just leave? Because at the end of the day, yeah, he's good at blocking out. He's good at blocking out like negative negative rumors and things like that. He's good at blocking out things like that. But it's kind of like he could do the same thing with him leaving Batman. He could do the same thing then if he was just to leave the universe as a whole. He could just say, "Hey, I couldn't I didn't have time to do reshoots, or I didn't have time to do scripts or work on my performance or anything like that." He could just say things like that. To be just being perfectly honest, he find a way. He's good at it, so he'll find a way. But yeah, I do hope he stays as Batman because it'll make the universe less confusing to a broader audience than what it already is, because you have certain comic book fans out there that don't really know DC and or Marvel really that well. So you will want to keep the movies, watchable, because you want the broader audience to come see your movies, because that's where the money comes in at. Now, I can't say that it would make, to me, it would make a lot of sense to keep Ben Affleck as Batman because of like casting choices. You know, let's say if they do use like Flashpoint to make Batman younger somehow, say if they were to do that, it'd kind of be pointless to have a Nightwing movie, a Batgirl movie, and all these other movies that they want to make, because Batman is going to be younger. And as we know that a lot of reasons why these things happen in the the Bat universe so far in the movies is because he's older, which means that he's already seen and been through a lot. Which to me, in a trilogy, whereas we have him for 3 movies, in the trilogy, it could tell a very good compelling story. I really think that it could tell a very good compelling story. And I just like, just like for casting choices, like Nightwing, so to say Nightwing, if we say, hey, Batman's in his early 40s, then that means they say that Nightwing would be in more like in his late 20s to early 30s, somewhere around there. I think that if you make him younger, then if they make Ben Affleck's Batman, or just recast him completely, say if they make him more like in his late 20s or early 30s, that means that you're going to be dealing with a younger Dick Grayson, the Robin character who transformed into Nightwing. You're going to make a younger version of him, meaning he's probably going to have to go back to his roots as Robin. And as we know, they've already shown the Jason Todd Robin mantle in BVS, where he show where he was killed, and it, the spray paint on the costume saying haha jokes on you by the Joker. And we've already seen his spirit, so we know that these characters exist. We know that they all exist in the universe by now. So it's kind of like why go so far to establish that and then just yank it all back? And to me, I just feel like, if they wanted to do the Batman trilogy still with Ben Affleck, just have him pass the mantle on. I wouldn't mind that, because you still would have a few team up movies with Ben Affleck as Batman. You still have all three Batman movies with him as Batman. And if say they want to do a fourth movie with Ben Affleck, have him pass the mantle on that and show this new character owning the mantle of Batman respectably, because we all know that Bruce Wayne's Batman is the most loved, of course. So, you know, just thinking about, what could, possibly be the future. I still think that Ben Affleck's Batman can work. I'm pretty sure there's more people out there who agree, that his Batman can work. Maybe not, but it's kind of like, say you already got the Batgirl movie they want to do. They already got the Nightwing movie they want to do, and they got Gotham City Sirens and Suicide Squad 2, and it's kind of like, so then when is Flashpoint coming out? Because if you're gonna recast Batman, you would think that before they do all of those movies, they would do Flashpoint first to get a new Batman, you know, and to be honest, if there was a character they was if they were to make a character, one of his former sidekicks maybe take on that mantle, I think that even though most people don't really like this character, I mean, I recently just started getting interested in this character recently since more of his rebirth runs, is Damian Wayne. Now, only reason I say Damian Wayne is because I feel like, Tim Drake. This is just me, my opinion. My favorite Robin is Tim Drake. That's my favorite Robin, and you already have Dick Grayson. You have Dick Grayson already established as Nightwing, so he's already had his character arc saying, "Hey, I broke from this character to be my own character." Now, why would he go back and say, "Hey, let me take on Batman," the mantle, when he's already broke free of being beside Batman? He's already broke free of that and became his own character. That's why he's Nightwing now. That's Dick Grayson. And we all know that Jason Todd, you know, the second Robin, he's already dead. So if we see him ever revived or resurrected, he would come back, and eventually become Red Hood, one of a Bat family's one of the menaces of the Bat family period. So I think that keeping Tim Drake as Robin would be actually pretty cool, and to see maybe Damian Wayne take on the mantle, but they were gonna have, and if they do that in the movies, they're gonna have to probably speed the process up maybe a little bit, but also introduce him and make him actually a more likable and enjoyable character. And there's nothing wrong with that, because they do it in movies sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. And if it works, then it works. And they can find a way to make it work. They just have to be willing to take the time to do it. Take the time to do it. And but to be honest, now this also could be me just being biased again. I personally like one of Batman's new sidekicks in the Rebirth issues, and that's Duke. I believe his name is Duke Thomas. I might be wrong about that, and if I am wrong, please do correct me down below in the comments. I do believe his name is Duke Thomas. I think his alter ego name is the Signal. I think his name is the Signal, or something like that. He wears like the yellow and black suit, and he's like one of like more of Batman's closer sidekicks right now. So I think that'd be pretty cool too, and that'd be definitely taking it in a different direction. I think it'd be very interesting too to see a different version of Batman. He is African American, so I think that'd be pretty cool too. And so yeah, hopefully they can see all these ideas in a way they could still shape out the universe. And like I said again, Bruce Wayne would still exist in the timeline. He would already know Superman and the rest of the Justice League characters like Wonder Woman and Cyborg, Flash, Aquaman, Green Lantern, maybe Martian Manhunter, Shazam. Like, he will already know these characters. So I think that it'd be actually pretty cool to see this play out and have him get older and just be respected amongst like all of these other superheroes out there. He would be highly respected because of what he's been through, what how he's changed it to a cruel character, and actually coming back to being this um fighting for justice like Batman character. He's come back ever since the death of Superman in BVS and Batman vs Superman. When when he was getting ready to kill Clark Kent, Superman, when he was getting ready to kill him, he had this flash in his head like, wow, like what have I become? And that's what I got from the Martha scene. A lot of people like to make memes and tease it and stuff like that, but me personally, I seen that this character came back from just this dark place in his life. That's what I've seen in that movie, in that scene particularly. Um, and even Alfred himself said that that he's turned cruel. That Bruce Wayne has turned cruel. Batman's start killing and things like that. And Alfred didn't even want um, Batman to fight Superman in that movie. And again, I personally think that it could just tell a great compelling story. I think so. You in that trilogy, you can have all these references to that Red Hood and things like that. Have that be the reason why he passes on the mantle after he, you know, squares off against Red Hood. I think that'd be very cool. And maybe you could still introduce all these other Bat family characters because again, Ben Affleck's Batman is older, so that gives him the room to introduce all these younger characters to kind of keep the legacy going for him. That's just maybe that's just me. How I look at it, but if you like I said, I for one, I think that if they do cast a younger Batman, do the Flashpoint thing, and change the timeline somehow, they do that, then you're gonna have to start from scratch, and where they're at now with like Justice League One and Shazam and movies like that, can they afford to do that? So and in the Suicide Squad, they already have a lot of references to a lot of things that's going on too. Believe it or not, whether if you like the movie or not, I enjoyed the movie, but again, they had a lot of references to a lot of things in that movie. So again, it'd just be just one connection to one movie, from one movie to another. It'd be just connected, highly connected. So I really think that that'd be a good opportunity for them to take as far as casting these younger Bat family characters, you know. And so again, I do hope he stays. Now, before I end this video, I do want to say that for now, maybe even for a while, that most of my videos like this is just gonna be me just talking to the camera, because I'm not really good with the editing video things and things like that yet. So again, this is gonna be my first personal video that I upload on my channel alone, and but it's not the first video that I've ever uploaded. I've uploaded a few videos with the Truths Out of Context channel that I have that I share with my friends. Now again, on that channel we do a lot of open like discussion debates and things like that based off of our opinions and what we look up ourselves, like what facts that we find and what we know is true and what's not true. That's what we do on that channel. It's called Truths Out of Context, and I'm going to try to put something in the description below for that. And again, you can share, like this video, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep hearing me see me in front of the camera, just talking, having these discussions about like comic books, entertainment, and things like that. And I really do hope you come for the open discussions, and for my personality, maybe maybe not. And again, you don't have to or anything, but just a fun thing to do, just to kind of like have these open discussions about things you like, things you enjoy. And I say even on my other channel I share with my friends, I say, hey, if there's things that you like doing, then you got to go out there and you got to take those chances, just do things. And and I don't see anything wrong with it. So if you want to do like videos, or you like comics, movies, and things like that, take those opportunities. So again, if you tuned into this video, I do appreciate it. And this is Keemstream1 once again. And always remember, keep streaming.